All right, still waiting for the 8224, and maybe the 8080 is dead too, so I bought some of those. But in the meantime, I've built this. I ordered some little edge connectors. Let me zoom in here. Ordered edge connectors, and I had some of these left over from the Zeta project, and so transmit, receive, and ground. So that's now a thing. So we'll be able to hook up a serial port to the board here. I also got some 50-pin connectors for these parallel ports, and you know me, I have all of these weird little projects that I've done in the past, some for the CPU and some for other things, and I had a board. Let's see here, let me rearrange the camera and I'll show you what I built. Okay, so this was a little board that was a shift register. It was a 16-bit shift register, and it output to a bunch of LEDs. And I was just testing out I/O on Arduinos and just expanding I/O by using shift registers, the 595 HC 595 shift registers. So I had this little board here that had all the little LEDs, spots for LEDs and spots for load resistors. Now the way that the Intel board works is there is a pull-down chip and then a pull-up resistor. So there's a 1K pull-up to 5 volts. So we'll have to have 1K drive these LEDs, and then the other side of the LEDs will all be connected to ground. So that's what I've done here. I haven't loaded on the circuitry here. I've just connected ground. So ground now goes to all one side of the LEDs, and all the other the sides of the LEDs go to these pads, and these pads are soldered onto this connector. And then here I've got 5 volts and a 1K resistor. So as I go across, we can light up different LEDs. So the first 8 LEDs are red, and the next 8 LEDs are blue. And so so the way that we will use this is the actual I/O pins to come out exactly on this connector, so I don't have to do anything. And then the only thing I'll have to do is I'll have to add a jumper from this ground over to one of these connectors on this side. All of the pins on this side are ground, and all the pins on that side are I/O. So that will be our parallel port. And the other thing that I got, oops, sorry about the camera work, is I did get some more EEPROMs. So I've got some 2732 EEPROMs. These are ST micro. And they are the UV erasable 21 volt programming, so they're kind of vintage. So we will be able to use those down here on our board when we get it up and running again. So like I said, the first thing to do would be to get the well, now that we have an I/O, maybe the first thing I'll do is I'll hook up the I/O onto this connector here, and we'll do parallel port programming first, 8255 programming. And then the next thing to do would be to play with the timer, get the timer chip outputting baud rates. And then the next thing to do would be to actually try to get it to output serial data. Let's move it along.